I'm Lakshmi Subramanian. I've come from India to spend 3 months at the Institute of Nantes. Before I came here, I'd actually finished a book project and I was just beginning to think of a new project. The project for me was very important because it tries to look at the idea of trust and business practice in India historically. Now, one might wonder why the idea of trust and reciprocity. There are two reasons that drew me to this particular project. One was that we have not really conceptualized the idea of trust in business, particularly in the informal sector. And for an emerging economy like India, where the informal sector is so important, I think it's probably important for us to rethink the idea of trust and reciprocity. There was a second reason for this particular project, and that is to do with the conditions we live in now. We live in a very difficult situation of the problems of globalization. It has benefits, but it has problems of immigration, problems of political conflict. So I think more and more it's important for us to build connections and to think about some general principles of trust that connect all of us in this planet. So that really was the reason why I started thinking about the project a little differently. I also want to add that I felt that an institute like the Institute of Advanced Studies in Nantes was the right space to think of the project. And I've often thought about why. I want to say here that I felt that here was an institute which was quite eclectic in its appreciation of problems. It was very eclectic in its selection and enabling fellows to come and talk. So I felt that it was a space where I could find a range of different scholars from different disciplines, from different countries, from different locations, where I could talk freely, where I could develop ideas, and where I could ask new questions. So I think for me, that's been the most important thing of choosing to come to Nantes with a project which I feel was important because it asks questions that affect all of us. So that was one of the reasons why I came with a very specific project on law, on custom, on trust, particularly in relation to the history of business and the history of commercial practice.